Yesterday, we played a clip of Republican 2016 presidential hopeful Rand Paul shushing CNBC host Kelly Evans, a woman, because she had the audacity to ask him a tough question about vaccines after he said that vaccines should be voluntary because there are many tragic cases of walking, talking, normal children who wound up with profound mental disorders after vaccines, which is completely not true and unfounded. There's no scientific base for that. And then she tried to ask him another tough question about a tax bill he put forth. And he just was, he was really bothered by this woman having the audacity to give him the hard-hitting questions which he may not be able to answer. Or he may answer and his actual viewpoints are so wrong and disturbing that he might not become president of the United States, which he probably will not become anyway. And then yesterday we played, along with that clip, Fox News coming out and defending Rand Paul, saying, the woman was being kind of testy. She had a chip on her shoulder. Well, there's another person out there. He's a big fan of Rand Paul. And he loves to come to Rand Paul's defense whenever he thinks Rand Paul's true artistry, I guess we can call it, isn't being respected. I guess you can say to this guy, Rand Paul is what Beyonce is to Kanye.
That's good. Ready?
So here is Alex Jones giving a little bit of knowledge, dropping some knowledge on why we should all respect the artistry, especially CNBC's Kelly Evans should respect the true artistry that is Rand Paul.
Man, these people make me want to throw up. Let's go to the clip. Go to the clip.
I have to begin by asking, did you really just say to Laura Ingraham that you think most vaccines in this country should be, quote, voluntary?
Well, I guess being for freedom would be really unusual. I guess I don't understand the point, why that would be controversial.
Senator, maybe you're not aware, but there's a huge problem right now with Disney theme parks having to close down because of mumps.
Hit pause. She's a media whore. She's there to whore out the American people and sell us lies. In fact, she's not a whore, she's a pimp.
Press pause.
A lot of us are really concerned.
The media tries to tell you that Rand Paul is a sexist. And they try to say, me, Alex Jones, is sexist. Well, I say, the women who say that are fucking bitches and whores. I mean, they don't see what they're doing. They don't get it, and that to me is so weird and disturbing and just crazy. But let's continue and listen to Alex Jones, to his best Kelly Evans impression, which is basically to do the cliche nagging women type of impression that hack comedians do, which, really will get over that there's nothing sexist about this whatsoever.
Turned up here, we're really scared right now that Disney, the measles, we might get red spots on us. Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, the outbreak was caused by vaccinated people.
Pause it.
Do you hear?
False. Alex Jones is trying to perpetuate this false narrative that's spreading around on Facebook and all the conspiracy websites and blogosphere and the right-wing media that this outbreak of measles in Disney started with vaccinated children and he'll get to this later, illegal immigrants, which is what their words, not mine. And that is so false that Snopes had to come out and say that this is 100% false. First of all, here are the facts. CDC director came out and said on February 1st, what we've seen is, as over the last few years, a small but growing number of people have not been vaccinated. That number is building up among young adults in society, and that makes us vulnerable. All of our cases result, ultimately, from individuals who have traveled and brought it back here. So what the CDC is saying is from what they've discovered so far in all the various measles outbreaks that have occurred in the United States. There was one in 2014 in the Amish country with missionaries coming back from the Philippines. And so far, what they're discovering now with the Disney measles outbreak of 2015, unvaccinated children grow up and they go overseas and they get measles and they come back here and they spread it to other children who were unvaccinated and to people who were not able to get the vaccine yet, and in some cases are giving it to people who were vaccinated. But, vaccines are just that. They help in most cases. Science isn't 100% yet. But there are, some cases where the vaccination isn't 100% successful, and those people can still get measles. Let's continue playing, then I'll address this illegal immigrant rant.
Hear me, you dumb lady? Go back to the clip, sorry.
I think vaccines are one of the greatest medical breakthroughs that we had. But, for most of our history, they have been voluntary. So I don't think I'm arguing for anything out of the ordinary.
I understand that you're all for the choice.
Hey, lady, leprosy's back in the U.S., hundreds of cases. You gonna blame that on me? Gonna come up with some leprosy shot? Drug immune TB spreading out of precious Latin America. Why don't you go live down there and sit in a shack and crap in the corner, lady? You want us to live like that? You want us to pay for all these people who are spreading all these diseases, and then you shoot your mouth off? We need a bunch of shots. And yes, vaccines are a great medical development. The problem is the New World Order runs them and jacks them full of stuff and is pushing way too many of them.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about because full of stuff. Any normal person who listens to this would say, what is the stuff that's being injected in them? But let's address his undocumented immigrant theory. 3/4 of undocumented immigrants in the United States come from just 4 countries: Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. In most years, from 2010 to 2013, those countries have had better vaccination rates than the United States of America. And on top of that, which to me, that's just unbelievable. But on top of that, this outbreak specifically occurred in Disneyland in California. How many tourists from all over the world go to Disneyland? These are probably, if CDC is saying it's someone who came back to the country, who is an American, who visited overseas and came here and went to Disneyland. But let's just take that it was a foreigner. Why would you assume it's someone who's in this country illegally when the case is in Disneyland? Tourists from all over the world come in here with passports and documentation to visit Disneyland. It's laughable. Yeah, all those illegal immigrants from Mexico, as they like to call them, all these undocumented immigrants coming in, and the first thing they do, they're risking their life. Stop. They're risking their life to get into this country to go to Disneyland.
That's right.
Continue.
On people, and we got warehouses everywhere of little boys that can't talk and are in diapers for the rest of their life. You realize you're signing on to a system?
That is just disgusting. Because what you're seeing here is not only, there's so much in this clip, and we cut it down. This was like an 8-minute long clip, and we cut it down to 2 minutes. What you're seeing here is disgusting from these anti-vaxxers. They are demonizing people who have autism. There is absolutely nothing wrong with autistic people in this country. They can find the same success. They can find the same jobs. They can raise the same family that any other normal person, as they're not diapers and warehouses. They are just as normal as anybody else. And for them to demonize these people by saying, if you get your kid vaccinated, they could be in a warehouse in their diapers, can't talk for the rest of their life. It's just disgusting and sickening. Continue.
Some of murder, you little piece of trash, tramp, filth, scum woman, you arrogant piece of garbage.
I'm not sexist, I swear.
I'm sick of all you people up there lecturing us. She's the type of woman that wants Super Bowl ads to say, sorry you had a boy. All a bunch of pinhead cult members. Because all she cares about is being the boss.
Press pause for a
A
second.
lot of us are scared up here, Senator. We want you to touch it.
Oh, boy. By the way, he was addressing his audience when he said all of you pinhead cult members, I assume. No, but, it's just fascinating to listen to Alex Jones. it's just amazing to listen to him. And you know what? I think his greatest point was at the very end when he went, dip, 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 dip. I mean, that's the Alex Jones where we get the most out of.
That about sums it
That's
up.
where you learn the most about Alex Jones. That's the most truth he'll ever speak.